You're going to run out of storage. It's like 200 gigs, almost 200 gigs of data. How much storage do you have left? That's the question. How much storage do you got left on your computer? Yeah. We can go to File Explorer on this PC, and then click this PC, and you should see a storage device. Ooh, yeah, you will not have enough. You would actually overwrite existing data on your drive trying to do that. What I'll do is I will do a full server backup to one of my hard drives. You're welcome. But for this case, I'm going to download between the so it was 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. was the and I'm going to download all those log files. Yeah, if he did sabotage. If he did, then usually I would have with me there would be a zero tolerance thing on that. If you were on my server and then he did that, there's zero tolerance. I would have denied him log immediately. Yeah, I got all the logs downloaded from that between that little timestamp. Yeah. But yeah, I'll have the zero tolerance on that. Download the latest stop log. Well, so what I could do is most of the stuff he probably would I would say most of the stuff's through these logs. Through the logs, what he's done. Um so yeah, this is what's the this is the latest shows Squid doing core. This is for the lookup. Oh yeah, he was looking up Dash. This is for. I just want to see if we can find any more evidence, strong evidence that Dash to add to this, because it'll be in logs clearly. Then I'll start with you have him set to so you could yeah he's an admin on the panel. He can he can't enter those files, but he can delete and upload because he needs download permissions to even do an edit. Yes, but if they do get deleted, the possibilities of recovery of that old file are slim to none if there isn't a backup done in time, which I'll try to get a backup today. I work today, so um, I I'll try to get something going. There. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if he deletes the log, that's not even a loss. I have a backup right in front of me on my PC of that all the logs from the timestamp. But I'm just going through here, at least some of these logs. I'm just like taking a look. That was a small one. Okay, this one might have some more answers that we're looking for. Okay. This had ants. So was ants in during this time? Okay. Going down toward dash. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Dash was on. Dash issued server command message Lambert Pro, be very careful because you were on. Yeah, he's pulling shady stuff with messages. So if we're going down, keep going down. Looking for more stuff. That's they just start have an idea to make this easier. Maybe we're just gonna look up his name on this blog and we're just gonna go down the list. We're just gonna go file, right now, edit, find, dash. Okay, he worked today. So he was, you know, your TP restriction. Yeah, to members without permission or whatever. Dash ignored that several times. That is something with the main server thread. That actually like a server single threaded itself, and how big the world is. It's a difficult thing to fix. Okay. No, it's probably going to lag the server quite a bit, but it isn't going to kill anything. I'm trying to see what else. This is a big log file. Okay, he constantly has been leaving and joining. It's just now I'm on. Okay, here we go. Go up. Oh, so I'm gonna guess this here, right here. Okay, there you go. There's part of the log. I guess that's when he broke it. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, holy crap. I mean, these include timestamps. Include this. This is important. I'd include all these. I'm going to send you the all these with the timestamps because these timestamps will be important. Yep, there it is. It's endless. There we go. What else? Oh, whoa. Issue copy. What are these coordinates? Positive 320 30 323061 negative 289. Do you do you know these? Do you know that these words? And that okay. So this is basically a admin abuse in not a good form. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so that's that log. I'm going to go back to another log file that he was still on and give you more information. Okay, this is another one. Another log file. Ouch. Yeah, he's been just TPing to him. Oh, he's been issuing a give at whoa. Whoa. I don't know what that is. It's a cutoff command. He would have gotten himself it without a command block. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. It's missing command blocks. I know how much you don't like that. So, because of all the issues we've had in the past. No, he's trying to give himself stuff. He was trying to because this here he used that because he was trying to paste something that kept getting cut off. That's the cutoff. Okay. So we're just gonna go down this list and find what else he's been up to. Oh, there we go. Replace air. He's been using World Edit. There he goes. Yeah, he's been replaced Spruce Log. No, Dash Ed's shady like this. Honestly, how I'd go about it, even though he's really good at coding, he's done a lot of stuff. Really, what I do is anything you have access to, I'd try to at least suspend his account temporarily, reevaluate it with him, give him a packet, get him retrained, and tell him, well, you're still on that, you're still a developer, but we don't want to take any risks. So anything he has on his side, like bots or whatever, I'd say temporarily, reset if you log in to your. Does he use he uses for developer? Now, without panel access, he cannot, or website access. If he suspends his account, he cannot do anything. Those are the two core aspects. Now, for the bot, I just temporarily kick it off. Or something. If it's through his developer, if it's through your Discord developer console or whatever, I'd say just log in and reset the bot token. Okay, so then does that include the chat link and all that? I mean, there's nothing much you can do with the chat link. But his shop bot, I mean, yeah, he could definitely build a nuke bot. But the thing is I don't think he would be that mean enough. Have you noticed that, that is highly against Discord sauce? I mean, if he wants his account to get banned for raiding, because that is technically a sensitive ban. So that's like a hard decision. Do you take the risk? Do you want to not take? Do you want to get banned from Discord permanently, or do you not banned from Discord permanently? That's the choice you make with making a new bot. But if he even did and initiated it, it really would have, we'd be faster than it at kicking it off. All you need to do is just lower the bot. Just put the bot at another role that does not have any management permissions. Yeah, it just won't work. It just won't be able to do anything. It just won't have management permissions, so it can't do anything. So, I mean, so the website and your server, the only two things I'd say you need to worry about. For the Discord server, just lower his role to a reevaluating role, and his Discord bots down to reevaluating. Evaluated, and we can get the honest truth from him, because I think that's best for you. I feel like we should bring this I wanted to talk to you on this because I feel like this would be a big upside for your server with, what happened within the past, but also all the way, now. Which, yes, we're changing, but I feel like, it'd be nice for the staff if, stuff like this does ever happen. We want to bring in specific suspension rules and reevaluation roles, and the suspension roles are used for bots or whatever, that those staff created, so they can't do anything and easily retaliate. But the reevaluation roles give you the option to set that user without direct permissions to the server to modify stuff and do whatever they feel like. Basically, it gives us time to reevaluate, is he still a good fit? And I've talked to some people. I've talked to Epsilonity on this, and I don't know if he will remember, but I'm just gonna have to probably go over it with a short conversation with him. But when he became admin, he has a lot of stuff he wants to change with the server that I like. I think if I'm correct, I talked to him about this reevaluation thing a while back. I think he agreed with it, that it would be nice to have to prevent admin abuse, but also give us the option to, say, is this person still fit for this role, or do we need to do a role reassignment? Because it'd be something, to help the staff team in your community. So it's something I wanted to see if you're up for because instead of just take them off panel or these things for a few days and then reassign the role. But this is like something like that can come with all the staff. What's up? Hello. Give me one. I'll be right back. Just noticed I was on mute. My mom's gonna be pissy with me, she. And that's a spammer. So turn up on this because I think it'd be nice for the server and to give and we could even make like a channel to even specify specific staff that are we want to reevaluate, and then we can post the issue specifically, like create a what even are those channels? What are they called? What is it? We created see what it is. A forum channel. Yeah, you could create one of those, and for each forum you make, you specify the user, and then the issue and detail the issue, what they've done, and then and then over time we can just paste in specified evidence on what they have done, and then we all make a decision, over time to see, is this person either over summit, do we want to keep him where he is, or do we want to, say, goodbye? I mean, I know that's something very difficult to say right there. Now it's difficult for me, but I think it really helped with the staff team. But also, take extra stress because then instead of having to message everyone one by one, we just put the person suspended, post a reason, um, and then we just throw evidence in that specific form, and then we can actually close that form and keep it for like an archive in case we want to go back to it later on if an issue relates to another. So, do you have any thoughts? Like, do you have anything with that you think would be nice? Yeah. So, yeah, I came up with it. I was like, this would be something awesome that the server would need for the staff. So, if we want to add this, I would, I don't know, is the Goon Master online or no? Yeah. Um, where is it? I don't know where it is. I don't see it. Admin notes. Oh, admin. Is it admin meeting notes? Oh. So the question is, when do we want to add this? It all in. Is it in the official server or the admins? Okay. Yeah, I see it. Okay. So like just the note of it. It's more of like a note, like an upcoming thing too that we're implementing in the server. Maybe we should put it in um my my to do or something. I need to rename that. I need to rename my to do list. Do post. That's not humble. Wait a minute, I never want to modify that ever again. Yeah, it's my to do. We set add a new post to it. Yeah, I'd say just like new post and put it in there. But yeah, still looking through that log file. Seems he's been AFK before he executed the next command. Left, joined. Before I passed that all. Oh, that would have taken me forever to get to. Mm-hmm. Okay, that log's done. Is this? Okay, so this log has nothing to do with that. It's obviously on there these times. Does Dash have any more other secret bases around the map? Mm-hmm. That's weird. Yeah, that's all that's really most of the log files. So most of the other stuff, besides what the console saw, would have been from his from whatever he's done. He probably was in create most likely is he would have been in creative and has done a lot of the stuff. Duplicating in creative items. So Dash is looking up the co-lookup dash action command include shulker box. He's been doing that. No, he was. This was earlier today. During the this happened during the time Squid was doing a lot of core protect. I think he got right there. I think when he tested it out, I think he left at the end several times throughout. I think he left at the end out of like, oh crap, I messed up. So, there any active sessions that have lead up to now for him besides your user element? That active sessions on the panel. Nope, none. Just mine. I don't know what the heck these are. What is he sending these? These are obviously going to invalidate. But then the weird thing is he did that fact give, and then he did it. See my money dash 100,000, and I don't know why he doesn't know that we can see that. I don't know why he thinks that the console. I don't think he knew that the console is logged, and everything anyone who sends anything or does anything with the panel on the server is logged on my event log. I can see whatever anything anyone does with the panel, but that line I'd say has to deserve some sort of reevaluation. Like we just need to disable panel access, get web access, just get the two core things. There's really nothing much else you can do. But with the bots, we just suspend the bots with no management permission, so he cannot destroy your server. Otherwise, there's really not much else because then we just because what we have to do is, this would create something in him saying, okay, now I'll tell the truth. But we have to, at this point, it's like we have to get the truth out of him. But I don't know if he's going to lie about it. Like, where he's going to try to think of a cover-up story to prevent the truth from actually coming out. There's ways I can tell if he's actually doing that. If we can get into a call with him, with me active, I could easily tell if he's trying to cover something up. No, it was yeah. Does he always have that stuttery voice? Whenever he lies? Give me an example you've heard. Give me like a good close up example of what he sounded like. Oh, yep. Yep, the usual. Yep, that is. I'd say what is going on with the servers? Yeah, server has a ticked. How's it? Ooh. Oh, working. Yeah, it's probably loading each other. That happens. Yeah, I'd say let's reevaluate. Yeah. So let me go. On the server or what? No, it's gonna take it. It's gonna take several hours to complete. Well, here's the thing: is until I think you got it weird in a weird way because until we're full, it should be like this. We should take action on least on his accounts until we know we're backed up and safe. Because then if we're backed up and safe, then we take a move, kind of waste of time. Because then we already have a backup. So right now is like the perfect time to do it because at this point between now and the time I do get the backup going, he could do anything but on the accounts. So we know that you said chat link, right? Or that's just Discord SRB. I'd say anything like the let me see. Going Gollybot, there's Gollybot, there's Golly Connector. I think the Gollybot's the shop bot, right? That's the one I'd be more worried about of him creating a new bot. So I just throw it on a no permission wall. There is absolutely no permissions in it. And then name it like a suspension rule. So I'm on the Wix Studio for your website. I know the user management. Ooh, that Taco Bell from yesterday is hurting my stomach. Oh my. Forgot what it is. Oh, what is this? Remote. Two. Where's the website? Is this that? No, no. This is the actual Golly crap website editing. No, I don't want that. quick actions. Oh, collaborators, there it is. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom again. Oh, gosh. Dude, careful what I eat. Here it is. Here he is. Change role. Site admin. So, come on, can we create a role? Yeah, I can go create manage roles. That's where I was just at. Okay. Roles. Can I just do? I think you only get a specific amount of roles that you make. This change role. I'm just gonna remove it. Remove it from admin. You see this? I have to say, girl. So what I can do is I can just set. What I'm gonna do is what I'll do is I just set him as a client, or do you want me to remove him as a collaborator, and then we'll just re-invite him back at the end of it. The issue is it's still he still has admin permissions. Yeah, and it wants me to select a role for him. Yeah. He probably wouldn't get notified, but I think the only time you get notified is if you get to like. I'd say because there's weird thing is I can't add it. We cannot manage a role. I'd say at least for the safety, we'll just re-invite him. All right. You might get an email, but we're gonna again. This is reevaluation until we can get something out of him because this until we're 100% sure, until we can get a truth out of him, I feel like it's much more safer for you to take this type of action. Because all I've noticed in the past is lying stuff like this can easily turns into complete chaos later. Which I know he probably wouldn't do, but again, I want to be safe. Which I don't know, or do you like not want to continue this? Do you want to continue with this? Because I just want to make sure you feel comfortable doing what we're doing. So we'll remove client, remove collaborator. He is no longer a collaborator. So he cannot destroy your website. Visitor 27. This on this website, visitor 27 in the chat. How do I buy houses? Go form sent via chat. No, answer my question now, bitch. Go fuck yourself. I just saw that. Visitor 27. This just sounds like a kid who sent that. Okay, well, perfect. We're safe for now because. Do you have a suspended rule on the Discord, like or a valuation rule? Okay, and the bots are the bots safe? I can go ahead and disable them. I'll just remove their roles entirely, so they have no. Because then with those, they can't do much. Just the bot. What is test? What is test? We're called test and can't remove. I should be able to remove. It's test. Is that an admin role? Oh, what is this? Administrator. You thought I was gonna do that. No, he wanted admin permissions. You think I'm gonna be like? You think I'm going to do that? No. He tried. That was a Discord bot, golly bot. You made it so that these created admin roles. Discord bot. Golly. Okay. Oh. Oh, this one has all permissions. That's not. Oh wait, that's Discord bot's admin. So that as long as this thing chat link. Okay, so we're fine. Chat link here is really now nothing that the chat link can do. But again, there's really not much that he could try to do. Okay, so reevaluation. My service has a sync because I never synced it. So we'll just remove administrator from them as they're under evaluation. Because the slight issue is Gollycraft developers also have administrator. Gollycraft moderators have tons of managed channel, tons of permissions. Yeah. Gollycraft moderator. Check Gollycraft protected users and administrators. Yeah. That was the permission. Otherwise, if you remove Gollycraft protected, Gollycraft moderator and developer, he would lose all admin. Then what I want to do is we're going to create. We don't have the role yet for reevaluation. Okay, so no, it's not. So like the role itself that will apply to him. Yeah, it just show under the sidebar. It would say, reevaluation. Okay. Reevaluating. All right. I'd say set that a little bit higher, like up above Gollycraft partner. Yeah, you can drag and drop. Yeah, reorder. No, no. So how the higher goes is if you set there's like specific permissions for admins, that so it applies to admins. The higher you go, the more permissions that the admins can moderate. So say, if it goes above Gollycraft, if it say, for example, you put this one above Gollycraft staff, that role, if you give it a manage role permission or administrator, then the administrator, that role can manage all roles under it. But he does that. This role has no administrators. He cannot do anything. Okay, there we go. And then do we want to display the role? Display role separately from online members like the other ones are, or no? So basically, on the sidebar, it will display it. So you see how on the members it shows for him Gollycraft partner right there above his name. Do we want to put the reevaluating thing right there, or do you want to keep it private? Okay. So his panel account is disabled. If you want to send just in case, you want to send a new password for the helper guest account. All right, I'll need one. I know how bad my passwords are going to be. But yeah, this is important. I'll get this done. Okay, yes. Password's changed. Welcome. Again, I need to be really careful with what I eat. Taco Bell at 1 a.m. This is what I did yesterday. Not a good idea. Here, let me check something on the admin server. There is bot editing its admin permissions. There we go. Dash. This one doesn't help. I might for this one. We're going to go ahead and remove him from main dev role so he cannot do exceedingly dangerous things. I don't even see me. He's never included in my to-do list. Where is he? I think I removed all of his the permissions from him, so he's no longer visible even in the general channel of this. Oh wow, he's not even visible. Oh, what channel? Is there a channel anywhere where he's visible? Has to be a channel where Dash is visible. Oh, members. Twitter. I got a message. We have server member, coder, and plugins. Ouch. Okay. Where is that wall? Here. It's up. It needs to be up here. Server member. Okay. Good. All right. All right. He's basically locked down. He can't really do anything. There he is. So what we'll do is we'll reevaluate him, and yeah. So this account panel never got. How did his account panel not get disabled? There it goes. Now it's disabled. Let me refresh to make sure that actually happened and locked in place. Sometimes this panel's a really picky panel. All right, it did. Like storage wise or RAM or both. So like a plugin development server. So let me log into your system restart value. Oh my gosh. There's so many updates. 24 updates can be applied immediately to the VM. System restart required. Is the server busy? Okay, because I'm gonna update the server and restart the VM because that is secure. 8 security updates. This will be fun. I'm gonna pull the command for storage. No. So you have for storage 85 gigabytes available. Do that. For storage, yes, but we want to leave enough for hopefully for updates and stuff. But RAM, you should be hopefully fine. Let me see. Memory. That's RAM. How much RAM is allocated already to the micro? So not this. So yeah, yeah, you should be totally fine to do that, but to move with that change. But yeah, so basically, what we'll do is for RAM, how many gigs do you want to take off of Dollycraft? Depends on how many plugins you're running on the other server. More memory. So how this will work is you're going to take a small bit of memory off of the server. I wouldn't dare take 10 gigs off your Dollycraft. For the latest version or the so for the version you're on, we'll put 21. I'd recommend 5 gigs taken off just to run, have enough space RAM to run just enough plugins and have players in. Because 1 gig is what the default server comes loaded with and crashes a lot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is this? Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. So repeat that part again. Mm-hmm. How? How do we do that? That makes no sense to me. That sounds like something Bungee Cord would be because you're using Java servers. That sounds like something Bungee Cord because because Bungee Cord's a proxy network. Basically, how it works is here. I'm going to give you all right. Your channel's up to date and it's back on. So Bungee Cord. I'm going to give you. I don't have a graph, so let me go to Paint because then I could easily do this through MS Paint. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you through this is the closest I can get to a graph. You see it? All right. So what we have right here is going to be this would be our proxy right here. So this would be our Bungee Cord, and then you say here. So say here we got Dollycraft, and then you got your staff server here. Now what it does is these two interconnect with this. And so how this works is Bungee Cord. So you would join so all external connections would go here. This is where you would be connected to. And I wish my thing would I'm not the best at this. This is where you join from. So that arrow points down, that really crappy arrow points down to bungee cord. You join through bungee cord, and then in the bungee cord, you would have a set server as a lobby. What do you want the very default server to be? So if you have if you see here, you have this one here as a lobby. People, when they join, they'll get thrown immediately to the default server. Now, if you're in this server, you can type a command to get to this server. That command I know is /server, for example, staff server. And then you get immediately sent to this server. Now, if you want to get back to this server right here, you just do server/server golly crap. Golly crap. And then you get sent back to this server. And then what you can do is you can add even more servers onto it. So say you wanted future expansion right here. So say if you wanted a default lobby server, this would be, you'd set this as your lobby server. People would get thrown immediately. First thing on their join, they get sent to, I think better, they get sent straight to the lobby. And then they can then do the same command here to go, say if they want to do, so basically this would be /server lobby. Say they wanted to get to Gollycraft, server Gollycraft. They type that command in, they get sent straight to Gollycraft. Server staff server, they get sent to staff server. But if you say you enable whitelist, you don't get kicked from the game. It will just show in chat this server is whitelisted and the reason. Or or some custom message if you don't want, if you only want to allow specific people onto that server, it will allow them on. They'll just give them an error chat. And then if you're in one of these two servers and you want to just get back to the default lobby, you can just do /server lobby to get back to the lobby. This would all be on your panel. So how the panel currently is it's permission based. So you don't want admins to have access to that server. So how the permissions work on the panel is I assign the permissions and who can see what server. So if you don't want admins seeing, say, staff server here, but you want them to see, say just this server, and this server, that we can do. Yeah, so for you, it would show all of these servers if you had them. And then if you wanted to say you don't want someone to see bungee cord, staff server, or the lobby, it would only show I could set them to specifically only see Gollycraft. Yes, each server can get its own different set of plugins. These are completely separate, isolated servers. They're not connected to each other. Now, if you don't want the reason why bungee cord exists is because you know how annoying it is that if you want to go to a different server, you constantly have to leave and rejoin to join the other server. You can just join the other server through in-game by a command. You can just join straight through in-game. Depends because this will how many servers do you want? Because you don't possibly need this, but if you want to, you can. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's only just gonna be a huge spawn structure. Well, here's the thing. You have a ton of people who join the server, so the issue is like Gigabyte is going to crash the server, but because you're going to want plugins to even make the world. Well, we're going to need plugins regardless to get people in from Geyser to there. So each server is going to run Geyser, unless we can get Geyser to run on Bungee Cord, then each server is already supported. Okay. Yeah, we could do something like that. No, I have not messed with Bungee Cord for a while, but it's still a learning experience, and I know how to use it. But so you would add this server and this server. So in this server, I gotta tell you, Bungee Cord, it doesn't need much memory for you because it can handle massive workloads under little memory. So for how many players do you expect to run simultaneously? Okay. Simultaneously, like how many players on do you think you would have on the servers each at all time? Most of the time. So for Bungee Cord, I'd see no more than 3 gigabytes, 3 to 4 gigabytes. That's your choice on one there. Just that's it's not a lot when you think about it. 2 gigabytes is for very basic. But if you want to do 2 gigabytes on Bungee Cord, we can definitely do that. Yes, I'll do that. So we can start off 2 gigabytes. Now, the danger zone is if we're taking all of this away from your Gollycraft server, you're not going to have much memory left on Gollycraft to run 3 other things. Yeah, so we can split it across to another server. But you have 2 other things to worry about. So you just need how much memory you're going to run on Bunchport, which is 2 gigs, and then the lobby server. I'd say because for one version we'll put 21 because of all the crap that they have in it and how much stuff it has to do. 4 gigs is fine. Yeah, yeah, 4 gigs. That's perfectly fine. I Steph, we can take that directly from Gollycraft. You wanted how much? You wanted 5? We'll just take 4. Okay. Okay, then we'll start off with 3. So we'll start off with 3 on staff, so we'll take that off. We'll take that away from that. Just need. So what we'll do is we'll take 3 gigs from Gollycraft, put it onto the staff server, and then you just have 6 gigs that you need to have for these two to run. So you just 2 gigs here and 4 gigs for lobby, or 3 gigs for lobby. Since we don't want to go below 20, because that's our danger zone with how your server would run, because yours does a lot of processing. So let me start doing 3. 27 gigs. So Gully Cup will still run. -3 from the limit of 10 is 27 gigs available on Gully Craft. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we could do that. Now, storage is your only concern at this point. So the amount used, I'm going to log in again. Register to the server because storage is a huge primary concern in H. 86 gigs available. Now we have to reserve at least 20 gigs for system updates and space for that for the system. Now for 2 extra servers, including a Bungie, we'd want a decent more amount of storage because you are using 101 gigs mainly for your current server. So how this works is this panel I can't assign storage limits. That's the issue, and I don't like this panel because of that. So how this server works is we install a server on the panel, and it will use any available storage on the VM. So we cannot specify a specific restricted storage amount. Yep. So if it goes up, because you're at the 200 gig, you're at 200 gigs total system storage. That's your system wide storage is at 200 gigs, and I can't give any more free. Yep, it's going to share all that 200. Yep, and you only have 86 gigs left. Okay, so we can do that. In the case it does run out of storage, again, how the panel does this awesome thing where it will nuke the server.properties file. It will wipe that file out. So the server cannot corrupt its data. So it can't risk running and then overwriting data, whatever. So now to get this to work here's the thing is it will cost stuff to get Bungee cord and another server going. It's just going to be a base cost. You're not going to pay the memory or storage cost for it. You're just going to pay a base thing. It's just going to add on to the already 30 owed. So the base cost is just for the base server itself. So basically, so how it works is we have, a regular server. If you're renting the server, you're renting out storage, the CPU's allocation space, you're renting out the RAM and all that for that specific server. You're not doing this because you've decided that we're going to use RAM and storage from Gully. So instead, we get rid of those things, and you're only renting at this point the base server itself, and to add it to the panel, and that's how it works basically. So it would be way cheaper for the base server since we found a way to minimize all the extra costs. You're only paying a small fee basically. Like, what do you mean? So here's the thing: is you're already paying the $30 every 3 months for Gauntlet Craft. So you're paying for the $30 for all that RAM right there. But since the RAMs are being included in that plan, what I am doing now is, since you decided to give each server 3 gigs from Gauntlet Craft, that's already being paid for. That's no longer a worry in the new service payment. So basically, how it works is we add the base server itself, no RAM, because you already figured out your RAM issue. You're basically allowing the server to use RAM from already what you have from another server and the storage. So you're not paying anything extra for that server, but you're paying to get the base the server software itself put onto the panel and use it. Are you still lost? Okay. I just don't want to see if I can. I want to see if I can just clear the confusion. Do you have any questions? Oh, you're asking. I was just waiting for you if you had any questions for the price. So you were there's stuff. Oh, that's my fault. Oh my gosh, why was I even talking? My fault. Blame me. So for the base server itself is I got the dog big, so I'd say it's only going to add probably about roughly $1.50 onto your current plan. Maybe even just $1 to get it instated. That's really the base servers are. I mean, if you don't want to go with it, you don't have to. Or you want me to give you it free alongside the server? The which server? He said he already got a server from somewhere else. So yeah. Honestly, I mean, $10 extra, that's really not worth it. So I'll provide $3 added extra, that's like $33. I mean, yeah, that's too much. So you're already paying for the RAM on the other server, so you're not paying each server entirely. Now the thing is if you were to add more RAM onto that, if we add any, I'm gonna reconnect this mic. This thing's gonna make me mad. All right, give me that. Hear me? So if we were to add, so say if we were to add, if you wanted to add 2 extra gigs of RAM on layer or more storage, storage is system-wide, how that different. So say if you wanted to add, let's just close this now so we can get this done with. So say if you wanted to, you wanted to add, 2 extra gigs to this lobby server later on top of the current 3 gigs. But we can treat it as 2 different ways with how your setup's going. We could add it to your overall $30. So you'd have your $30 every 3 months, so it would be $32 every 3 months. Treat it as a new server, or a completely separate server on its own plan. Yeah, basically, you'd add that RAM on, including storage. So storage and RAM. If you need more storage or RAM for the servers, it'll just add on to that $30 every quarter. Because I just wanted to get that laid out so we don't have to worry about that later. Bungee cord, you'll be fine. You don't need to add any more RAM to that. Just the staff server and lobby server is the only things you really need to worry about. Whatever. Yes. So I want to make it reasonable, and I want to lay it out so later on we don't get confused. You're welcome. So okay. Now storage is getting quite a bit scarce on the system that you're on right now. So, and I am unable to afford new storage unless I can add this device to this. So it's getting quite a bit scarce, which is not the word to use for this, but basically it would be a little bit more pricey for storage. So considering the fact you're already at, so say you needed, a ton of extra storage, say 100 extra gigs. I'm only giving you a rough estimate. That's not an exact price, so this is an absolute rough guess estimate. So I'd say probably about $20 $15-20 added extra, because the system itself that your server's running on is really close to running out of storage, and I'm not making enough money to be able to buy more storage for that system. And it does need upgraded. I mean, I could migrate your VM down to the newer servers environment, my other servers, high performance servers environment, but if that requires your permission to migrate the VM down there. There's no risk this is going to migrate the entire VM and everything from it to the other node. It would just take quite a long time, but there's no risk with it. But the system is undergoing testing currently, so we can't do that at the moment because that system has a whopping ton more storage than my current system that the production system has right now. So, and I don't know when testing's going to end for it because I'm trying to test to see if it's going to perform a bit better. And, it should, but I'm supposed to be getting another new server, physical system soon to replace this high performance server because this high performance server its hardware has some limits that I'm not comfortable putting on production. So yeah, and that's basically what I was like, oh gosh. So I'm testing to see if it's good for a temporary production use, and then we can migrate to when I get my newer server, anything on that server over to the other one. I don't like it. But yeah, so I just wanted to point that all out. But yeah, we can get this done. It'll take quite a bit, and I still need to get my lunch ordered. And then we can So I need to open more ports up for you. Oh my gosh, I gotta open tons more ports for your server. So you have 25699 all the way through 25703 on your server. So I just need to open a bit more ports. So I'm going to try to open through 25704 all the way down to 25710. So you'll have a ton of ports working at the server. Holy crap! No! Don't start the server. Does your server auto start? Your server's been, whenever I press the start instance and it's idling, it'll just start. The server says starting. It auto starts. No, it goes to idle now, and then soon if you wait and don't press anything, it'll say starting. If you never press the start button, you'll abort. And then if I abort, yeah, I abort. Yep, and I aborted it, and then yeah, it always happens there. It just, if you press that start instance button when it's fully offline, it auto starts the server for some reason. It's not set to use auto start. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get some of these names so we can name out the. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the Bungie Core proxy going. What do you want to name it? This is what everyone will connect to get to your lobby and all other servers and interconnects. It's just a Bungie Core proxy. Jolly Connect. Okay, because this will be where you join and it sends you straight to the lobby. This is not the lobby server. So I'd say probably like Jolly Connect proxy or something like that. Just so it's like, it sounds like, it's something network because it's just a network related type thing. And then what we can do is for your hub, your lobby. So I have a feeling that the hub, Gully Connect hub, probably would confuse if anyone had access to it. It would be like, which one's the lobby? All right, so I'll provide these the software instances 3. And if this thing would take, all right, it's the proxy. Now alone with these, if someone was to come in, wait, what is this? This instance is running it. Oh my gosh. I gotta upgrade the panel. We've upgraded. Yep, the instance is running newer ADS. So it wants me to 8 additional security updates. What? I thought those were already applied with ESM apps. What do you think I should get for my lunch? Do you think I should get Chipotle or something else? Okay. It's like my favorite restaurant, my go-to. Sure. Update. Upgrade. I hate having to do this. Because I can only do it through the console, and they have the web website grade updater button that I can do through the website, but it doesn't work. It basically it will say it updated, but the issue is amps will white screen the page. It'll white screen until you go in and upgrade it manually. I that's why I don't like this panel, and I really want to get my panel going. But with my, I was trying to work. You know, the very old panel, the original one through Pterodactyl. I was trying to get that back working on my system. It was working only for a bit until I realized that every button would always throw it. Let's say the website's secure, but any button that changed anything on the server would be like, this is an insecure connection, even though you're using HTTPS with the certificate. I don't see one. Oh, I wasn't happy at all. I knew that me and I forgot about it. I was like, okay, before I absolutely go berserk, I'm going to get rid of this. And maybe I'll revisit it later. I just want something that's going to work. Because of that, you could host a lot more stuff. Different types of things. You could host database stuff. You could host lots and lots of cool things. What do you want to call the lobby server? Okay. Gollycraft spawn frequencies. I took a good guess that the first word was definitely going to be Gollycraft, so I put Gollycraft, and then I was like, okay, so I was going to do Gollycraft, and then I'm going to wait for what he's going to say after. And then for the staff server, admin hub. All right, next. Okay, I can delete the instance and remake it. That's no problem. Rename. $3. Do you want a Java server or a web server? I can get you. So, do you want this on this current panel, or do you want me to put it on the public panel, where there's a bit more stuff storage? Proxy. No, if so, these servers are completely isolated from each other. There's no way to take an item from one server to another, ever. So, yeah. So for $3 extra, we could definitely hook that back up. Storage wise, you're gonna run out. So we would up. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that. You could get 3 gigs of RAM. You could get. Ooh, that one's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, I've been sort of stated. That's not a good. That's not a good idea. No. You're running admin server proxy in a spawn, and if you take out more RAM, you're going below that 20 gig threshold. I have the Gollycraft server set to. But also your storage would run out big time. These would probably have no problem affecting it because it's one of the big worlds, but the build world, Yeah, you need more storage. How many players would you want? Are you gonna have on that world? Wait for so 3 gigs is fine for RAM. Um, 60. That's good. I might transfer each type performance node, even though it's under testing. But there might be a little bit more downtime. So since the undergoing testing will have downtime, and you will see some unexpected people are going to get mad. I'm going to warn you right now. People are going to get mad because there's going to be server times that panel's inaccessible, or there's going to be times that the server is completely down for a moment, maybe like at max, I'd say 5 minutes. You would see sometimes between 1 and 5 minute down spikes, or even shorter. It won't happen too often. It just happens during the times that like I'm testing networking and a lot of other types of things on the system, just to make sure it's getting ready for production use. I'd say on average in a week. Actually, no, in a week because it's hit or miss in a week. In a month, we'll put it in a month. In a month, you will probably see on average, probably between about 4, 6, or 7 downtime spikes that are super short. I don't know if that will hurt anything, but if you want to stay away from those, we can keep you on this current. Okay, because your server 2 gigs, I had to migrate over, and then I have to redo a lot of the networking. Actually, I don't want to. No, I think it should just fall through. I've not tested migrating yet, so this won't happen right now because I don't know if migrating is gonna migrate everything over. I haven't tested that yet. I should have said that. Why am I not giving this information to them? So I'm going to keep you on this system for now. I need to test migrating. That's what upsets me, is that fact that I'm talking about migrating you, even though I haven't tested it, and then I realize I never told you that I haven't yet tested migration. It's like offering something that just doesn't want to embrace it. So, okay, so we'll do that a little bit later once I know it's working. But you do give me authorization and full permission to continue if it's fully functional. To migrate your server to the other test node, but the other production node that's undergoing testing. So basically, it's basically pretty straightforward. So you just give me consent. You consent that that I can transfer your server that you're paying for, because I have to say this to your customer. I say this to you. So you give me authorization. You authorize me and consent that I can migrate your server, the VM that holds your server, to the other production node that's undergoing testing and fully. And the reason why I do that is because I just want to make sure that we're clear on things, because since you're a paying customer, I need to have authorization to do that. Because I don't just transfer stuff. That I don't just transfer service people are paying for unannounced. So basically what's going to do is it's going to transfer the entire disk itself. Not the actual physical disk. It's going to transfer the entire virtual disk. all of its data over to the other server. Okay, so I do have consent to do that whenever it's safe. Okay, so we'll do that. And then 3 GB for now. I can get you. It's really not going to be easy for $3. We laid out that would give you 3 gigs of RAM. Storage wise, ooh, that's tight. You only have one. You have 1 gig available to use from all. Yes, 1 gig. So that. I hate this mic. Why the heck is this thing cutting out? Oh, let me try something. Hey, man. Oh, I know why, because my internet's been acting stupid recently. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try something. All right, there we go. All right, reconnected. Something else. So, you hear me? Okay, so, basically, why is it using my Rift S input device? Give me a moment.
You should hear me better. Am I way better? It was the whole time it was using my VR headset. It wasn't using my microphone. I was like, wait, that sounds like, as soon as she said robotic, I was like, wait a minute, my microphone never does that. I was like, the only thing that I know that does that is my VR headset. I checked it, I was like, it's using my VR headset the whole time and I never knew. Okay, now we don't have to worry about mic issues anymore. So the $3 can get you 3 gigs RAM, that 3 GB RAM server. Now, what did you want to do with the other gig of RAM on Gollycraft? Okay. Okay. So yes, the thing is you'd probably run out of storage pretty soon. I don't know when, but I'll keep an eye on the storage. So, but yeah, right now you're in a. Ouch! Oh my gosh, that hurt. That hurt. Oh, that hurt. So, where I can add that, what we'll do is I can't. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. Because I have to charge you right now for it. If you want to get it instated right now. Here, let me go to. I have to create a separate plan because I don't want to charge you $33 right now because your Gollycraft plan does not get charged until I think you did. Let me go back to. When did we? I saw the billing. Let me go back to my billing. Your next due for Gollycraft for that $30. Okay, so September. I think it's December you're due. So if I'm correct, you paid September. 3 months is November. I think it's December 1st you pay. So you're still quite a bit out. So in this case, I would have to give it a separate charge. All right. And then, how do you want to do it? How do you want me to hook it up? Do you want me to hook it? You would just want me to hook it up to the third? Do you want me to? Because I can't put a. So if we charge this, do you want me to just put it onto the 3-month plan, or charge it as its own plan? Well, right now it is October, so the rest of October, November, and then December is your next charge. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll go monthly for a little bit, and then December 1st we'll hook it up. Does that work? Okay, let me log in and make a separate charge. Hover high above the ground. Obviously, it's going to be birds. Let's email verification. Okay, something web store packages. You know what? I'm going to make a new category for you. Graph server. All right, then we'll put you down near the custom plan. Packages. I'm going to edit. I'm going to put your server into the. What's up? Huh? Yeah. What's up? I'm on a call still. How's our work today? So I don't know if we're going to get to it. I can't guarantee. Craft. Creative. Server. I'm not even going to put anything in it, so I'm just going to charge $3. Put that in Gully Craft server. Advanced. No quantity. All right, if you refresh it, you should see something. You should see your own area. Uh-huh. And then we'll just, so this will be due next month on what, 17th again? Okay, we'll do that. And then you only have a short period. You only have then whenever you will get billed, pretty much you'll get billed about a week or two after for an extra $3 on top of Gullycraft when we hook it up. So you'd be paying $33, not $33. Yeah, you would be paying 33 CAD. I'm thinking Canadian and USD at the same time. I was like, oh crap, there's currency conversion, so it's 23 for me. Oh, what? Oh, that currency. Yeah, that's right. And we're going to stick the server onto the panel. So for this, I got to restart the virtual machine because I need to give it more, some extra RAM. All right. All right, so it went through. So I'm gonna go ahead and get your VM restarted. I'm gonna hook up some extra RAM to it, and this will be 3 extra gigs. I'm actually gonna throw 4. I'm gonna actually throw 4 extra gigs of RAM. Ooh, not 10, not 10. I don't know what I was doing. That's 34. Okay, that should be fine. All right, I recorrected the issue. I actually threw 4 extra. The other, don't worry about the extra gig. I always put an extra gig on for extra space for processing. So, all right. So I should be able to have access to panel. Bad gateway. Bad gateway. Come on. Bad gateway. Are you still starting? Yes. There you go. Alrighty. So, what do you want to call this server? Like, okay. Build world. So friendly name for this on the panel, Gollycraft Build World. Dang. You. Yep. I'll delete the instance. No, this takes a bit of time to hook up everything to. This will take quite a bit of configuring. Because just to let you know, the proxy server has plugins too. You can actually add plugins to Bungee Cord, which is really cool. I can help you with it. I'll help you mainly with the the proxy. Now you'll see me in quite a bit. But okay, I'll upload that. You're welcome. So for Gollycraft Build, what do we name it? Creative. Okay, it's great. And then none of these servers are going to work right now besides Gollycraft. So I'm going to put them all in offline mode and then put the proxy on online mode. Yes, if we start the server up, we can still join Gollycraft while we're getting everything else working. So the server, Gollycraft, will start up here. I'll do its auto start thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start up all 4 of these things. I'm going to get you access immediately since you paid for the right now for that. Ooh. You know what we need to do? We need to do some rolls. No, and what I need to do before we do this is I need to get my food ordered. Because I'll forget that. What's up? What's free? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, on for Gully Cup, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Wait, what? That makes absolutely no. Are you using it's for Gullycraft, right? The server's already starting. I think you're trying to double start it or something. All right, I'm going to order my usual Chipotle order. Taco Bell yesterday hurt my stomach, so I know I need to stop doing that. My stomach's like, why? Weird thing is, last time I had Chipotle, I really wasn't really up for it. Like I was up for it actually. Yeah, I was up for it, but I didn't really enjoy it as much as I usually do. Actually, what does my work schedule say? I need to check that. Oh, guess what? Shouldn't have found a new job. Oh, the FedEx one. Yeah. I'm getting harassed, and they are screwing me over with my schedule. The only issue over there is I'm being harassed by a manager. She's not a good person. Everyone else is fine. But I reported her. I can't talk about the report. It's confidential. But they screw around my schedule. They've been screwing me around with my schedule. I usually work from 6:30 to 11. They've been assigning me so many times, either VTO or 7:30 to 11, which I work only 3 hours and a half. Sometimes they've only scheduled me 2-hour shifts. There's times that there's tons more times where they assign me no shift for that day. I'm like, what is it even worth staying here if they're going to keep doing that? But yeah, waiting for user input. Yes. The creative build world immediately just auto started for no reason. Terminate that, stop that, because that's name incorrect. 3 gigs of RAM. And you want this on. What you? Excuse me. What do you want the MOTD to be for your build world? Welcome to Creative Plot World. There we go. official version, not snapshots. We're doing paper. Paper 1.21. Download. That'll get you immediately on that. The FTP will not work. I have to open even more FTP ports. It's not. This panel is really not a good panel. You want to know why with FTP? So FTP has this stupid thing. So you remember back on, we're going to bring this back a bit. So you remember Pterodactyl where it would always use the same SFTP port across every server on the same node. This panel wants me to use every time. It wants me to use every server that's created, different FTP port. If you try to hook up the same one that's in use, it will not allow it. Yeah, you got to open a gazillion ports for FTP. So if you wanted FTP on every single one of these servers, I'd have to open 2, 3, 4 more ports. For FTP. Yeah. And I'm not about to do that. But I might have to. It's really upsetting. And you'd think, me paying $50 a one time would get me a decent panel for AMP. And they expected me to flood my router with ports. Like, come on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and we need to work on roles. So you're gonna have a lot more user roles than usual because Gollycraft admins is where all you and several other people are, and if I assign all these other servers to that role, all those other people can see those servers. And you only want specific people seeing those servers, right? So, how do we want to do this? Okay, so on the panel itself, it is like you only want specific people to be able to manage the backend server, right? So on Gollycraft admins, where you and Squid and some other people are in, do you want Gollycraft admins to see all of those servers? So how it works is I can. Oh, wait a minute. It's not user permission, user specific. It's role specific. So basically, they'll be able to see it. But if I set it to Gollycraft admins, and I set them to see it, this will affect you as well. You can see it, but you can't manage it. Because it's role specific permissions only. So you'd have to create a bajillion different other roles to be able to manage it, to sort through who can manage what. I'd say we can create more roles and just say, okay, we got roles for people who can manage different servers. So say there is a Gollycraft admins, we keep that to the specific administrators that you want, because Gollycraft admins will have access to everything on the panel. So on that, currently, I'll update you who has access to Gollycraft admins. Fry is obviously super admin. Jordan and you. And Dash was part of it. So, do you want me to keep any of those you want me to remove any users besides you? This is the Gollycraft admins role is going to see every server I have made already. So creative build world, admin server, Golly Connect proxy, and Gollycraft spawn. You're going to see everything in that wall. Okay, well, I already see everything. Okay, so Gollycraft admins will see everything. Now, if you refresh, I don't know if you'll see it, but you can't manage them. Okay, so do you want me to create a role for Ant or well, you currently have helper guest, which is already assigned, and plugin developer. So do you think Gollycraft admins, helper guest, and plugin dev are good enough to have, or do you want any more roles? So Dash will be plugin dev, and plugin developer has not yet been configured on the roles for permissions. What do you want them to have access to, and what do you want helper guest to have access to? Because I think plugin dev most likely would be the admin server. So we'll do that on admin server. Yeah, what servers do you want these people within these roles to be able to do? So you got create a build world admin server, Golly Connect proxy, Gollycraft, and Gollycraft spawn. Yep, we got so they're all role based. So we got plugin developer role. These are all the roles. You got Gollycraft admins, helper guest, and plugin developer. Okay, so admin server and admin. Yeah, and then so Gollycraft admins is already set. I will get. I just need to go configure permissions per server. But for helper guest is where I want to focus on. Helper guest is already set to see that, and helper guest is set to see Gollycraft. Okay, so it's no longer on Gollycraft. And then plugin dev, no Gollycraft, just admin server. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to Gollycraft. I'm going to go take away that one permission from helper guest. All right. I'm right now just in the process of removing all permissions for helper guest, which I think helper guest only had like just very basic permissions. Okay, so helper guest only had a console, stop, start, restart, and file. That's all it had. So we'll add that straight to the admin server. Okay, so helper guest. All right, they should be able to see that file manager. That. All right, that's set. All right. We'll get to a little bit deeper into that. I'm going to get the creative build world for you to see it, since that's like you paid for that immediately, and I am going to get that visible for you. Yeah, because you're welcome. Because if you paid for it, if you paid for a server today, you're supposed to see it that same day. All right. If you refresh, you should see it. Yeah, return. You can only manage currently. It's the creative build world. You can only and Gollycraft. You can only manage. You should be able to go into creative build world. No, not yet. I have to configure the port too, so it's not going to work for a little bit. TD. I'm right now. And then I'll let you configure the on panel stuff. Here in a moment, we have to refresh again to see the configure on the configure page. All right, that's done. Go here, and I'm going to grant everything on this one. All right, if you refresh, you should see in the config tab, you should see a ton more stuff for under the Minecraft for configuration. And you should see Minecraft. Are you on Creative Build World? Yeah, that's the one that you paid for, so I wanted to get you immediately that. Yep. And then you can configure the server from there. Oh, and I need to get you, since you wanted this, you wanted analytics. All right. And if you refresh, you should see analytics outside the config tab. It's just what people see on the multiplayer page. If they were to direct connect to it, which you can do, it's just a pain in the butt to do to configure that to work. Yep, you can do a lot of stuff from there. Enable command blocks if you want or not, but let me go ahead and trash some of these files because some of these are outdated. Will not work. I'm gonna go ahead and start the server just so it can download all the correct files and get it initialized. And then for the other worlds, for the roles and everything, it's gonna take me a hot second to get that done for everything. I know I know what I'm enabling. So for that role, I just don't have much time available. Okay. Choose that stock. All right, so yeah. And then none of these servers you will be able to connect to because the ports are not set to what they should be. Yeah, these are not even open on your system either way, so I just hate the fact that I have to open a range of ports to even get you to have FTP on all these servers. It just makes no sense to me. Why can't you just keep one port and use it across every server? Oh, I said that this. I even said to Fry. I wanted to say this to Fry that this panel was built like it was from like an 8-year-old, but in a way that's like kind of professional and kind of not. going to go ahead and configure all the permissions for you on this. I bet you if Goonmaster, if he gets on and logs in, he's gonna be like, "Where did all these come from?" He's gonna go to you and be like, "Betty, what happened to the panel?" No problem. Okay, I'm working on the Gollycraft spawn server, and I hate doing this. Do you want sleep mode enabled on any of these servers? So basically, if it's if the servers it detects that no players are online, and the server's inactive for a specific set amount of time, it goes to sleep. So then it basically goes to sleep on something called standby mode. So basically, what it does is it's just a standby. If someone tries to join the server, it'll not allow them in immediately, but it will say server starting. Please join here in a few minutes. Here in a moment, not a few minutes, but here in a moment, and then it auto starts, and then you just join again, and it'll allow you in. Okay. Do you know what servers you want sleep mode on? Okay. Create a billboard you should have access to. I just configured that one. I have to do that. Yeah, you can go modify that server the way you need it to be. Yeah, Minecraft. So that's the spawn one. So enable sleep mode when user joins the start. Okay, sleep message. Server starting. Please reconnect in a moment. We'll just do that. What do you want the sleep mode delay? How many minutes to wait after the server is empty before entering sleep mode? It's currently set to 5 minutes. What do you want to wait on creative? An hour? Doze delay. If the server is woken up from sleep but nobody joins, how many minutes it should wait before going back to sleep? 2 minutes is currently what it's set to. Yeah, it was how many minutes to wait after the server is empty before entering sleep mode. Mm-hmm. If the server is woken up from sleep mode but nobody joins, how many minutes it should wait before going back to sleep? 15. Stop timeout. That. I'll keep it. I have to keep it there. Do you want this the same way for so you just set admin server and create a build world are the only two servers you're gonna take. Admin server, you're welcome. And admin server. Do you want the same timings on it? I'd say for admin server. Okay, admin 60. Admin server, if there's not many admins in, or if no one joins that server, no admin joins that server, I'd say maybe you might want to lower it down a bit, but depends. I'd say probably do 20 or 30 minutes. Which one do you want to do? 20 or 30? 20, 25. Yeah, we'll do that. Doze delay will be a little bit lower, so 15. Okay. All right, it's set. You're welcome. And then I got to get the shell paper 21 for build admin world. Download. So this is, again, 3 gigs. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is, because I have to remove, what we have to do is I got to go remove this down on your current server from 28. It's at 28. That's right, I have 21. All right, Gollycraft now has only 21 gigs of RAM left. Well, it says 20.53, but it's round because this app rounds. Gollycraft -spawn. Let me go ahead and put 3 in here. Let me configure it. Is it? No, it's not configured. Sleep mode disabled for spawn. Okay, that's set. Let me make sure we're all good. So the thing is, I think we're going to have it. So if we keep individual things on the back end, like proxy, we go connect, configure bungee cord. It's a little bit different. So yeah, it's a little bit different. I'm going to need you to send me an MOTD. This one can be colored for the bungee cord. Yeah. Because this is going to show across all Java Edition connections. Yeah, there's world seed. There's no world seed for that. Okay. Max players. This one you need pretty high for bungee cords. So this is the maximum number of players that you want on the server. So this is the absolute max you want for across. You're gonna have I'd say set this high because you got the max number of players on the back at each different server that you can connect to. So bungee cord, you want to accommodate that by setting a little bit higher. It doesn't mean that. No, it just means that's what's set. Yes. 200. Nice. I just need to add one more 0. There you go. Simple and easy. So for bungee cord, just make sure don't really mess with any of its configuration whenever you see it. It's a little bit more. I will let you see the console, but it is quite a bit. This one actually will show you IP stuff. This will show you the player IP stuff. Like in analytics. Oh, this one. Oh, it's not. Yeah, trusted admins only. Yeah, because bungee cord, you're seeing actual player IPs. Yeah. For this, I'm gonna disable SFTP for everything on bungee cord because there's no need for world uploads. Okay. Plugins. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is because MOTD, I'll change that. A lot of this, I'm just going to enable very specific settings. Okay. I'm only setting very specific stuff because and none of this applies to bungee cord. Again, AMP I still think is like made by a bunch of kids. All right, bungee cords are you should see bungee cord. All right, you should see actually everything now. You'd be able to manage everything. Oh, besides the admin world, I got to get that done. If the panel would respond. Oh my gosh, why isn't it responding to my input already? Did I? Oh, I'm on the wrong. It didn't. I hate this thing. It didn't even select the correct role when I said select it. That's what I go through it. Horrible, horrible stuff. Slightly painful. So, and then I'll work with you maybe a bit later on other staff roles on what they can see on the panel. Because that's going to take a hot second to do. I don't know if we have time for that. I know I don't. But yeah, all right. You should be able to manage almost pretty much everything. No, the SFTP is not working. It's the port's not. Yeah, the port for 2227 is not even open. None of the other servers' SFTP ports are open. I just want to use. I don't know why the heck did I set that to 3.1? I need to set the memory limit for Bungee. 3. And I just need to start Bungee cord just to make sure it's running correctly. Because sometimes if I get it incorrect, it will error. All right, there it is. Bungee cord runs. Nope, no, you won't. No, nothing's connected right now. Absolutely nothing's connected. This takes configuration, and I'd say leave, especially the configuration for everything on this is going to be left to me because it is seriously confusing. Like the config.yml for it is the most confusing thing that even I see I have to do. Because in the servers, you have to list the different servers. And if you get it incorrect, one letter incorrect, or even one space incorrect, it doesn't run. Groups MD5 admin. I'm gonna put my name so I can do. So default serverless kicks in. Oh, and on Bungee cord, when you ban, I'm gonna tell you this. Banning is gonna be a little bit more weird, and kicking people from the server is gonna be way different. Way different. So basically, oh, and you can actually send. One of the best thing is you can actually with Bungee Cord, you can actually send messages, broadcast messages across every single server at the same time. So if you wanted to say you do /alert, alert test, it'd send that same message to every single server at the same time. You could actually basically banning and everything. Actually, I don't think ban is any different unless you put a plugin in. Nope. My kicking is a little different. Kick. If you kick a player, banning should be the same. Yeah, ban's fine. Kicking will be a little bit different. I'm gonna put a plugin in there and add add you to be able to do that. I will have to teach you a little bit more on this type of stuff because it will be confusing, but you'll find it useful. Tab list global ping. Okay, I'm going to show you several different types of tab lists. This is cool. You'll like this. I think you'll like what I'm doing. Here in a moment, whenever I can see the options. Where are they? It's so global tab list global ping. Configuration. Tab list. Let me see. I'm gonna have to put IP forward on it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm enabling IP forwarding. That is like way more important. Force default server, I think actually was one of them that I needed. So, because basically how Bungee Cord can work. Actually, I think I don't remember what it was. I think IP4 was true. I don't remember. This will take testing. But so how Bungee Cord works is you leave the game and you rejoin and you get sent straight back to the lobby. So basically, if you're in Gollycraft admins and you go to Gollycraft and then you play there for a bit, you leave the game and you join back in to the server, you get sent straight back to the lobby every time, and then you can select what server you want to go to. And with citizens NPCs, you can actually make a command in those NPCs. So you can right click those NPCs. That will take in those NPCs. When you right click it, it'll take you to that server. That is a really cool thing I've done in the past. This is going to take me a while to remember. Okay, so actually, let me try to find that tab list. Oh, okay. Force default server. Yes, I want to do that. And then I want to get my food. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set force default server true. Put that to lobby. Actually, IP forward might have been false. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something cool with the global P, but server tab away. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you some cool things with Bungee Cord. You see my screen? Oh. On Discord. Try to exit. No, click on it, and then you'll see a stream. All right, you see my. So this is what you can see this. This is if you add a plugin in for Bungee tab list. See something like this across all different types of servers on the network. There's different types you could do. There's this type right here. Now this is a plugin. There's this, which in the global ping right here. So it's set to global ping right here. Tab list global ping. You'd see maybe something like this, but per server. This. Oh, the Bungee cord? No. Now, I'm not sure because this is a plugin. I remember this issue. This issue sucks. There's pretty cool things on this. I'm trying to find one of them. See if. Wait. Okay, that's a plug. Uh-huh. Wait a minute. You will see. Give me a minute. Yes, you would extract it. Right now, I'm going to go to. Right now. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm going to each server and enabling analytics. I really don't want to work today, but I got to. I really don't. I. You want to know what I call that manager? I don't call her it directly, but out of nowhere, I just call her 100 problems a day. She is 100 problems a day. Seriously. And there goes my paycheck. All right, I got my food ordered. And I am officially broke until this coming week. Oh. Trying to look. Let me see. Let me try to port it to console. Yeah, console's not even showing it. That's weird. Be important. Let me see if it's showing something in logs. Here, I'm gonna. Are you just trying to copy something from World? Okay, I'm gonna rename the world. See maybe if that's why. There it is. It's imported. So it's called and it's ready. It's just put Jack. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was because there's a specialized character again. Like, all right, so I kind of have to go here soon. Yeah, I do. For because I have to do stuff before work. I would get your the servers will not be working to probably tonight. Depends, I guess. What I'll do is, when are you free next? Eddie, after today. Ooh, I worked that. I'll be at work. Okay, Sunday. Okay, that's good. Sunday, I'm off. We can definitely do Sunday. So, are you fine with holding off on doing any of the server, all this stuff with the servers until Sunday? Okay. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be configurations and getting things user all set. User permissions on the panel set, and getting the networking done. Because for you to be able to join any of these, I have to redo the ports. I have to open ports and figure out SFTP. For 3 servers, I had to do SFTP because you want SFTP on Build World, Admin Server, and Gollycraft Spawn, or do you want it only on specific servers? Okay, so we'll disable SFTP on those. Good, that figures that out. But what we'll do is it because I probably will not be free tomorrow. No, I won't. Shoot. During that time. No, tomorrow when I wake up. No, because I will have to work tomorrow, and even before that, I have some stuff I have to get done. Today, I have to work, and then Sunday I'm fine. Just if props comes on, Squid, not props. Squid go by props? No, props is another person. Okay, my head's everywhere then. Getting know people then. Squid comes on and sees that, and just tell him that don't mess with anything. Because none of these are working, so yeah. Yeah. Because quite literally, none of these game ports are even open on it. So I mean, if you start it up, I could connect to one of these servers right now, locally, but they're not even open. So, yep. Food is on. Hopefully, I don't want my food to get here when my mom gets here. Oh, Oh, I know what to do. You want to know what people do not like about some people don't like about me? The fact that I'm not a social media person. I'm not on social media. I just don't like. I don't like getting on social media. I'm not a social media big person. Yeah, people are like, yeah, and people are like, why aren't you on social media so much? Like, why aren't you? Why aren't you on Instagram? Why aren't you on, Facebook, Snapchat, and all that? I'm like, because I don't want to waste my life doing just being distracted. I'm not a person to sit in front of my phone all day. Not to be offensive or anything, but I want to do something nice with my life. I want to be able to, enjoy what I have without being on my phone. Yeah. Like right now, I have servers to focus on. I'm happy with what I have, and I'm happy to be working on it. And people are like, well, that still doesn't excuse the fact that you should be on it. I mean, I'm like, well, just because you're addicted to social media doesn't mean you have to try to force it on someone else. Like I on Facebook, the only time you would ever see me on Facebook is if I'm browsing Marketplace. Otherwise, I'm off of it. I don't post on it. Snapchat, you almost never see me on it, unless I've had to send a voice message to you for the speech to text. Um, Instagram, never on it. Absolutely never. What the heck is going on? It's like like it's switching through so many dashers, and they just keep declining my order. Hate when people do that. I when I do my dashing, I just freaking I accept orders unless if it is like a $2 order that's making me go like 20 minutes down freaking the highway. Like, no, but yeah, I just no, but most I don't know what it is. It's just I'm not a social media person, and I don't understand stuff like this. A lot of these things and new phrases that the newer generation, you call it, understands easily, or some newer people do, or like some of all of us do. I don't want to be offensive. I'm trying not to be. Just let me know if I'm going too far, right? Because I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything, or make you feel offended. Did I hurt your feelings or something? Okay, I don't want to do that, but almost, yeah. Oh, I've avoided social media for a long, long time. It's been I haven't been a social media person even when I was a kid. When I had a phone, I would never go on social media, almost never. I just I'm just yeah. Some of these new slang words and type of words like the word viral. I understand it means it goes popular very quick, but I don't like that word. It sounds really horrible of a word. I don't like it. There are certain words I don't like that just sound terrible to me. It's because I never heard it before, and it's just like as soon as I started hearing, I'm like, it just sounds like a stupid word to say. I don't like it. Yeah, like why use it, pull it from another term, a meaning, and use it for this term? That makes absolutely no sense. And no Dexter's going to my freaking order. Oh, and traffic's horrible. She doesn't like me spending my own money. No Dasher is accepting my order. It has gone through at least around 10 different Dashers, and none of them have accepted. Bet you because they're preferring high paying. They're bet you because they want high paying orders. This is gonna get here. So when you sit in the parking lot, you'll get offers. It'll search for offers, and you can see the tip amount and whether the tip is a high paying offer or if it's a low paying offer. I can't offer much money. They usually see it also before. I've seen all mine. I've gotten it before as well. Literally, I'm not going to get my food at all because no Dashers giving me my food. What the heck just happened? It's like it just refreshed the whole web page. Um. Oh, that's why. No, there's absolutely no Dasher. accepting my. Like, seriously, it's just gonna sit there and get cold. What does that mean? Please accept the offer. You're literally down the street from the turn-in. Literally, $5 is fine. $5.15 is like fine. I bet you declined it. Yep. Now, people in our area, down in the busy area, they are really greedy pieces of shit. The reason why we call them that is because they only will accept anything. They will accept only offers only above $10, 10 or above. Those people are up here. There's tons of complaints about it. That people have had to wait almost an hour to get their order because of it. And there's been those people up here who have posted about it on we've seen on Reddit and stuff. Or mainly Reddit. I've seen emails and stuff about it, and they would go posting because we were getting paid so low, so we only accept offers that are $10 or more. Does that even make any sense to you? No, but the issue is you rarely get those. Rarely get those types of people who hit $10. No, but up here, the people up here are really not good people. That's why I call it greedy piece of shit. They're really not nice people. Gosh. Nice. Now I won't be able to get my money back on this. $26 down the drain. Absolute waste of freaking money. Anything, I'll just call DoorDash support. See what the heck's going on. Yeah, it says that there's like a dasher it's like it's ready, but for a Dasher to pick up the order, but there's no Dasher. Am I gonna have to go out when my mom gets here to go into the area and start a dash trip and then just to dash my own food? I'm gonna have to call them. This is pissing me off already. Contact support. It has been how long since I placed this? Probably about almost 20 minutes. And still no dashers here. A dasher's accepted my order? What do you mean? There's no dasher who accepted the order. What is going on? Finally! Holy crap! After way too long, finally someone accepted the order. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can't, and I'm gonna get my email spammed again today. Because that's already a bad sign. Because every time that happens where the dashes show up, those are individual dashers who expect high paying orders. And I know what I'm going to get from Reddit spamming my email about. It's exactly that issue. Oh. My mom doesn't like me ordering food. Yeah. She doesn't like me using money for much stuff, even though she says it's none of her business. I don't even make enough to even do anything good with it. Yes, if I made like, a paycheck a week about 800, 600 or $800 a week, or even that there's like, heck yeah, I'd save that up. That's no problem. I don't want to blow through all of that. But this is like 150 to 220 a week. That's what I'm making. Like, it's not even feasibly good to save. And then, I mean, yeah, it is, but it's like, and it's like, you're making so little that it takes so much time to even save to do much of anything with. Well, it's on my head. Oh my gosh, I have so many scabs on my head that hurt. I have exposed nerves literally under it. I have to go here in a few minutes. And then we can talk Sunday and get the rest of everything worked out. But yeah, yeah, I'll figure out the migration thing. So, no, because I know if I can get you migrated to the other server, the cost of storage added on to what is it, your payment, the quarterly payment would be cheaper. So I know if I can get the migration, you know when we were talking about the migrating your server to the other node that's being tested. Do you remember back when earlier that we were talking about migrating your node to the production node that's in testing? So I can't remember if I told you that if you get migrated there, getting extra storage would be cheaper than the node that you're on right now. Mm-hmm. And it would the server probably your server you'd see probably a good boost in performance. Because oh yeah, the CPU and all that is way better and everything. Well, I think you'd like it. It'd be awesome. So if the rough estimate I gave earlier, that's the rough estimate. I'm going to give another rough estimate for 100 gigs. It'd probably be, instead of probably closer to 30, it'd probably be at least 15, added 10 or 15 bucks added on. Did. Okay, yep. So 15, 20 bucks earlier for 100 gigs. 10 to 15, so a little bit lower. Now, that's just a guess because I have not yet routed around the storage pricing yet. Because we're in two different areas with testing and getting a store figured out and pricing, which we should have had done a long time ago. So what happens when you don't have a good product team? Well, I don't even have, the only staff I have is you, me, and Fry. You, me, and Fry, we're the only staff on the hosting. We're the only ones keeping the hosting working. I've had thoughts that, the server, my hosting was not gonna make it. Customers. Yeah. And that's the struggle, is just like advertisement, getting a hold of people. Yeah, we have Reddit. We got Reddit forums. We got, we could post it on YouTube and all that. The issue with YouTube is I just don't post stuff on my channel anymore. It's been a year since I last posted anything on it. Yeah, the tutorials, yeah, and I should be doing that. It's just this panel. The issue is this panel is a piece of trash. I don't like this panel. Yeah. Now there is some backend stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a separate sub account, sub admin account. I don't want to expose everything on the backend type thing through my main. But so yeah, basically I'll do is it basically just shows them, how I configure the user roles and stuff. But the issue is I'd be exposing the other people's roles. I mean, I can. Oh wait, no, I can blur it out in editing. That's right, editing. I can blur stuff. I forgot about that. You can blur stuff out. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be nice, and then just do raw configuration and all that. But this panel's a piece of garbage. I just don't like it. What I want to do is I want to make a tool. Oh, are you? I never knew that was a turn-in. That was a turn-in? Oh, it is. No, but yeah, that is a very long hair. Let me trim that because that is kind of not good. Wait, what time is it? 4? Did I take my meds? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's not going to be good. Shoot. Oh no, 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 that's not good. I can't take them. I can't take my medication. And I didn't, either way. I have to go pick up another one that helps one work. And work tonight? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Means when my mom gets home, I have to leave, go to Walmart, and go get my medication. I'll be right. I gotta go. All right. Talk to you later. See ya.